Hi everyone, and welcome back. And what we're doing this week, I thought I'd just make a simple heel. We all tend to build up a bit of junk, so I thought I'd use some of that. Old CDs. Remember the days you used to burn everything to a CD? You know, you stick it on a hard drive or a USB stick. So most of us have got old CDs stuck in the loft. So let's make use of them as a base material. They work great. Always got plenty of this stuff coming in, expanded polystyrene. Yes, we all like the fancy XPS stuff, but might as well use it. It's a good base material and we can work from there. So let's get to the table and crack on. Got our CD, just like a bit of tape, any old tape would do. It's just so it doesn't all gloop through the other side. And we'll get some caulking. So let's just decorate this cork. Come on. And it's always tough to get out. Put it out of the way. A cocktail stick if you want. Help smooth it a little bit. And wrap the cocktail stick up and shove it in the edge. Turn over your disc and give it a good push. And just let that dry. At this stage you can get a cloth. Just wipe around if you wish. So we have a base with a whopping great lump of polystyrene stuck on it. You don't have to wait till it's fully dry, just so it's got a grip. And just grab a knife. We'll just get rid of some of this. And do this with a hot wire cutter if you've got one. If you let the knife do the cutting and don't push it, you don't end up with quite so many bits everywhere. So once you chipped away at it, you're going to end up with something like that. Right, so I've just grabbed a figure for scale, so it's huge. If you wanted to, you could actually just rock face the whole thing and have these like big rock obstructions, but we wanted to bring this down a bit, so let's just work our way around. Yeah, that's quite nice. So chuck that over there. I'll get all the junk out of the way and then we're starting to look at what we can do with what we've got here. Right, so we've got some bits left over from when we did the rock face heel quite a while ago. So we can have a look at getting these into it. So I'll get a bit in there. So just cut a piece out. So look, that can go in there. So use caulking again. I've just got the gun on the side here, so what I'm going to do is squeezing it up this time. I'm just going to get I have to pick it up, get a good dollop on it, like that. Give it a wiggle and work it in. You should almost get up to bed. A little bit there. So we've got here some of the look. So I'm just playing with bits, little snapped off bits. Just make it a bit smaller, that might fit. Yeah, that'll probably go. I'll take a little bit out of here to bring it into the hill side a bit more. before, just blending this in, trying to smooth it up. Let's get in that hole. Let's get down here a little bit. Alright. So what I'm going to do is grab some chippings or chick grit and fill some of this in. So let's go and do that. So we've got this lump here. I'm just going to grab some chick grits. This is really cheap grit. I just want to push that in underneath. The cocktail stick to do it with. Preferably without foam. Come on. Just to get some texture in there. A bit in here. Let that set. Shake. I'm fairly happy with that. So we'll go with that, let it set, and we'll go from there. Right, once the caulking's all dried up, we're going to start blending it in with some texture paint. So we've got our texture paint we made in the previous video. Stick this out of the way. It's a bit thin, which is quite good, because it means it should soak. Just slap it on. You might take 2 coats. The thin coat should get between the foam bubbly bits and hopefully seal that up a bit. Right, there we have it. I've left the rocks white this time. Just get a lid and stand it like that. Just get it balanced. There you go, and let it dry. We're going to now give the earth a dry brush, so we just grab some cheap craft acrylic paint. So it's a nice cream colour, and we're just dry brush, stroke over brush with a heavy dry brush over all the earth sections. And we're going to paint the rock. So thin your paint down with some water because the plaster will pull the paint into it nicely, and just work your way all over the plaster rocks until they're covered. Painting the rocks, make sure the paint is fully dry before applying any washes, or it will start to wash the paint off. It's fully dry. We're going to apply a brown wash over the top of the rocks. You can use Agrax Earthshade, or obviously you can use a homemade wash if you wish. Wash is dried, we're going to go back to the original cream colour we used, and give it a dry brush all over the rocks. There you have it, all dry brushed. You could add more colours into the rock if you wish, but I've kept this one nice and simple. Everything's dry, we're going to sort out our base material. So I've just got some play sand and some bicarbonate soda, because play sand grain is slightly big, so it's nice to mix up with some bicarb. And as always, working out here, I'll find a cat hair. There you go, you can have it back. So let's get some PVA on this and whack on our sand. Once it's completely covered, leave it to dry fully. Do not touch the sand, otherwise you will put fingerprints. Once the PVA is dry and everything's set, the sand would still brush off the surface, so you need to seal it. With flocks, I tend to do it with PVA, as you've seen in previous videos. But this being sand, it doesn't absorb as such, and it's more likely to wash down. So I'm just going to hit it with a clear sealer. So I'll run it outside and quickly do that. Right, there you have it. Nice, simple, quick build. This is what I said when I was casting the rock faces on the rock face hill video. Just cast it, you're going to end up with loads of bits left over. You're better to make too much, break it up, shove it in a pot, and you guarantee you're going to find something you're going to use it on. Hopefully you found this video useful. Please give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, get it out there. And I will hopefully see you all next week. So have a great week gaming. See you soon. Cheers.